Hello everyone, this is Jackie Williams, and in this video I want to share with you how to use the new hybrid embossing folders. For the sample today, I'm going to use the Thoughtful Moments folder, which includes the embossing folder and a set of dies. And this large die here is the one that is going to go into the embossing folder and coordinates with that. But it also has all these other little dies that come with it as well. So do the other hybrid folders that we have at the moment, which I'll just show you quickly. We also have the Adoring Hearts folder, and like I said, it's got this die that matches with the folder, but then it also has other dies in the set as well. And we have the Delicate Doilies hybrid embossing folder. We have the Tree Rings. This is a personal favorite. I've used this one a lot. And we have the Sweet Citrus hybrid embossing folder. Now I'll show you samples with some of those at the end of this video, but for now I want to make just a quick sample with you using the Stippled Roses stamp set, beautiful one, and also the softly stippled papers that are celebration papers. So these are just available January and February 2024. And they coordinate with the Stippled Roses stamp set. Now the card I'm going to make with you in this video is inspired by a simple card from Meg Loven. I've changed it up a bit, but the inspiration comes from her. So I've got a white card base and then just a mat in white to go over top, and then 3 little strips of the paper, and that's all for my pieces. So I'm going to stamp the beautiful big rose image in gray granite. And like the name of the stamp set suggests, the Stippled Roses, these are beautiful stippled images with a lot of detail, which I'm not going to color this in today, but if you did color it in, it's quite nice because where the dots are heavy is where you need to put your darker color, and where there are light areas is where you would have your lighter color. So it makes it nice and easy. I'm just going to adhere that to my card base. I see I've got a little mark there, but we're going to cover that up. And then these pieces, I've just cut them at varying lengths, like 4.5, 4 1/4, and 3 3/4 or something. I've just trimmed them along the edge with my scissors. So I wanted this card to have a little bit of interesting detail, but still remain very simple and quick to put together. Because really what I want to show you are the beautiful Thoughtful Moments dies and embossing folder. We're going to set our card aside. I've actually done 3 of these, so I'm going to show you 3 ways you can use your folder, and we'll use each way on the 3 cards. Okay, so we're not going to use these little dies. We'll put those over there. And I'm going to cut out our words in Pebbled Path. And the first way we're going to do it is just die cutting while we're embossing. So the die just fits right into the folder, and you can feel it click. And it's the side that's got the logo on it. And then we'll put our paper over top. And then we're going to close this up and run this through our machine just like we would an embossing folder. Then when I open that up, I'm going to have all of these words all embossed and cut all in one go. And it is subtle, but you can still read what it says. And I'm just going to pick one of these to put onto our card. I'll put the Love You on there. Then let's just add some gems. And I'll use the Pebbled Path gems for this one. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Now let's try it another way. I'm just going to move those to the side. Now I'm going to add some ink. So you could use, well, really any color that you want. But in this case, I would suggest either black, gray granite, Versamark, or Pebbled Path. And we're going to use the new brayer. And this is a very firm brayer, which is perfect for adding ink onto embossing folders because then the ink doesn't go down into the recesses. It just stays right onto the raised bits. Okay, then once it's inked, we'll put our die carefully on there again, and then we'll put our paper in and this. So now we're going to emboss, cut, and ink it all in one go. And now we have 10 words all at once. And this time you see that we have an outline around the letters, which makes them just that little bit more pronounced. It actually works quite well even with Versamark, just to give that little bit of shading around the letters. Okay, this time I will use the wild wheat gems. Okay, we'll set that aside. Then the third way to use these letters is to have them embossed, and you could even do them embossed with the outline. But to take our brayer again and ink it up, and then with the lightest pressure you can, just go over the die cut. That then darkens the raised bits. It actually doesn't seem to really make any difference whether you've inked it upon embossing or not if you're doing this technique. And then we'll go ahead and put that on our card. There we go. And this time let's use our pool party gems. This sheet of gems is free during celebration, as well as these papers. Okay, so those are the 3 ways you can use this embossing folder, besides using it just as a standard embossing folder as well. Okay, so which one do you like best? I think they all actually are, it's just a different look. I think this option is really quite nice when you're wanting to do just something very soft and subtle. I've got some other samples to share with you. So this is one that I also made. It's the exact same card. I've just done it on a Pebbled Path card base and then did my words in Pool Party. So basically the same materials, same techniques, but just a very different look. Now I just wanted to share with you a few samples using the other hybrid folders that we have. So this is one that I made using the Adoring Hearts hybrid embossing folder, and just used 3 different colors there. Also inked up the folder to get that depth in the embossing. And I thought this would be a nice Valentine's card or anniversary card, or just a thinking of you sort of card. And then this one I made with a combination of the hybrid embossing folder and the dies that come with the set, and did that in a bright rainbow, also really suitable for any age. And this is one of the samples that I've made with the Tree Rings hybrid embossing folder. This one is really quite fun. It's nice background for non-floral cards, but also it's a nice background for florals, something quite neutral. And also, of course, as a main image, those tree rings are quite fun. And then this is just another sample that I've made using the Thoughtful Moments embossing folder, this time brayering with black and cutting it out with white. And one of the great things about this folder is because it cuts out 10 words every time, provided you use a full sheet. You'll use, 1 or 2 for your project, and then you've got some for another day all ready to go. But I hope that inspires you to give these wonderful folders a try and to pick yourself up the new brayer. If you have someone who would also benefit or enjoy this video, from or enjoy this video, please share. I always appreciate that. Leave me a comment. And of course, subscribe, and I'll see you next video. This is Jackie Williams. Bye-bye.